What is your role at UCI?
Clinical research coordinator with the Down syndrome team here at UCI.
What group at UCI are you a part of, and what is the mission or vision of that group?
Part of Dr. Lott and Dr. Ham's group, we are the clinical side of the Down syndrome research. Typically, myself and another coordinator from the team are who the participants and their study partners will see when coming in for their research visits. We will conduct cognitive testing on the participant, administer questionnaires to the study partners, assist our neurologists in gathering health histories, and overall just help the participant move through the study protocols. The participants and their families are purely volunteers donating their time and energy. So our mission is to support these participants, try to ensure that they have a good experience with us while conducting good science.
What does your work focus on? And are there any discoveries you'd like to share?
People with Down syndrome have a much higher likelihood of developing Alzheimer's disease than the typical population. This makes them ideal candidates to look at how the disease progresses, how to possibly find interventions, and determine when those interventions may be most effective. Our focus is to create a cohort of participants with Down syndrome that we will have longitudinal data for, including biomarkers and some neuroimaging. This way, we can have data points and samples over the progression of the disease that our team and other researchers can use and analyze. For a more recent discovery, one of our available studies is looking at lifestyle factors. So physical activity, social engagement, sleep, and so on. The initial data gathered is showing that physical activity has the biggest impact on cognitive performance. For Alzheimer's disease, we think of it as a cognitive disease. So I would have thought that social engagement and doing more of those thinking exercises like puzzles would have a larger impact, but it's just getting out there and being physically active is doing the best.
What got you interested in the clinical focus?
When I first started my career here at UCI, I was hired in an Alzheimer's disease research lab that was using mice models to look at inflammation and the progression of Alzheimer's disease. And that really piqued my interest in this field, and I've continued ever since.
Is there a clinician or researcher who has inspired you?
Dr. Ira Lott really inspired me. He, along with Dr. Carl Kottman, were the first investigators to pioneer this research at UCI and saw the link between Down syndrome and Alzheimer's disease. Being able to work so closely with Dr. Lott and see how he formed and dedicated his illustrious career to this research is very inspirational.
Is there any advice you have for new coordinators or investigators entering the field?
Overall, I would say for anybody new, it would be just to remember to have fun. Working closely with this population has really changed my outlook on life for the better. And I can't tell you how many days I'll go home with a smile on my face because I'll just have such fun interactions with our participants.
What parts of the mission and vision of CFAR-DS appeal to or inspire you?
The emphasis on collaboration between researchers, participants, advocates, and families, I think is key to CFAR-DS's mission. Without our participants and the support of their families, the research for Alzheimer's disease and Down syndrome would just not progress. Collaboration amongst fellow investigators and researchers is also very important. While the clinical team can gather all the data, biomarkers, imaging we can, it is the multitude of other researchers using that data that really pushes forward with discoveries. I think collaboration amongst all parties involved is key to producing good science.